This is Jay Mancini. Welcome to my channel where we keep the wheels rolling and the cash flowing. And guys, I just want to tell you really quick, mark this day on your calendars, May 6, 12 p.m. Central Time. Guys, we're going live. This is a day where I get to talk to you guys, so make sure that you register, click the link below. And guys, I look forward to seeing you there. If you haven't already registered, again, May 6th, we're going live. I look forward to talking to you live. So guys, everyone's always asking, Jay, man, how do you make money in the dump truck business? Well, let me tell you guys, yeah, people want to know how do you make money, but let me tell you something that's very important. To make money, you have to be able to market your dump truck business. So guys, today I'm gonna show you 10 ways to market and grow your dump truck business. And there's 5 conventional ways and 5 unconventional ways. So let's get right to it. By the way, guys, stick to the end because I have a bonus you don't want to miss. All right, guys, so we're going to start with the first conventional way. Number 1, call your local contractor. So guys, what you want to do is you want to call your local dirt, sand, gravel, asphalt contractors, road and bridge contractors. So guys, the way I went about calling the local contractors was the following way. When I first got started, guys, what I did was I actually went first to every job site. So I actually wasn't calling them. What I actually was doing was stopping at the job sites and talking to the actual contractors. But then guess what happened? The actual guys on the job site, like the foremans or even the superintendents, were like, hey man, I would like to give you work, but I'm not the one who makes those decisions. So guess what they did? They gave me their company's information, and most of the time I would ask for a name or a number of somebody in the office, whether it was a project manager or an estimator, okay? Those are the guys that are actually gonna get you the actual work, okay? So I would get these people's phone numbers, and that's how I would actually call them. Now, what I did, guys, okay, is not only did I call them, but now I started to actually look into who would also be a competitor to these construction companies. Because obviously, if they're doing the kind of work that would hire us as a dump truck company, then there's also many other competitors. In other words, there's also many other contractors out there that do the same type of work and need our services. So guys, that is one way that you can actually call the local contractors. Another way, guys, is you can go to like the yellow pages or like, they do in like the phone book. But here's the thing, guys. I know nowadays everything is kind of at your fingertips. So what you can do is you can even go like on a Google search. And what I did when I went on a Google search is I put local construction companies in my area. Meaning if I'm in Houston, I would put construction companies in Houston, Texas. Well, guess what happened, guys? A plethora of companies popped up. Now, I'll tell you the truth. Sometimes I would call these companies and they did not need any kind of dump truck services for whatever reason it was, right? But here's the thing. When I would actually get to some of these companies that would actually need dump truck services, what it would allow for me to do is ask them further questions. So one of the questions I would ask, even though I never did business with them, I would be straightforward and ask them, do you know of any other companies that could utilize our services? And guess what, guys? Of course, they're gonna know other companies. Now, sometimes they might not wanna give you those names, but a lot of the times they don't mind giving you those names. And how do they know the other companies? Because again, they know who their competitors are, and they don't mind giving you those other construction companies' names. And so now all you have to do is just Google and search that company name, and boom, you get the phone number and you give them a call, just like you did that particular contractor. And now you start to actually compound a list of contractors that you can call, and you offer your services to them. Another way that you can reach your local contractors is by going and searching an online construction network. And I'll give you an example of one that I've used in the past. It's called the Blue Book. Now, I'm not sure if they're nationwide, but you can search them, and there's many others like them. That's just an example of one of many. Again, you can search that online, and when you go on those networks, you will see a whole list of construction companies in your area. And guess what? It's like a digital phone book. You can go in there and you can start calling all those contractors. And so guys, what that does, it actually does 2 things. Not only does it allow you to market your business, but also it's a lead generator for you to get more business and grow your business. Number 2, go on your local DOT website. So guys, if you didn't already know, you can actually go on the DOT's website. So in Texas, I can go into the Texas DOT website and I can actually see all the upcoming projects and even the current projects, meaning the construction projects that are going on all throughout the state of Texas. So you can do the same in whatever state you are. You can search that information and then you can obviously go from there. And guess what? When you find projects that are in your city in particular, once you're in the state DOT's website, you can actually find the contractor that's doing that job. And once you have the name of the contractor, you can actually Google and search the phone number and the information for that contractor. And you know what to do next. Give them a call. Number 3, go to your local county website. So very similar to your DOT website for your state, guess what? Your county also has a website, right? Because the state is one thing, you have the county, okay, which is next. So go to your county's website, whatever county you're in, and you can do the same thing. You can actually search all the upcoming projects that are in the county that you live. And on the county's website, you probably have a higher probability of actually being able to connect with a contractor and actually land a job. Reason being is they have a big range of jobs, from small jobs to big jobs. Whereas in the state's website, the DOT, they usually only have the bigger jobs there. So again, the county website is a good website for you to check out. Number 4, go to your local city's website. Just like your DOT website, just like your county's website, same thing with the city. You can go to your city's website and they will also have all the upcoming projects and even the current projects that the city is doing. Now remember, there's 3 different levels, right? We already covered the state, the county, and then the city, right? In the city, just like the county and the state, there's gonna be multiple jobs on there. And there's a probability that if you're, let's say, in the starting point of your trucking business, you may have a better chance going through their website because they have a lot of different projects, and a lot of their projects are usually on the smaller side, meaning they may be a contractor on there that has a job that may only need a few trucks, right? And if you're a guy who just started, and let's just say you only have 1 truck, or you have 2 trucks or 3 trucks, this may be the contractor that suits you best at the moment. Number 5, guys, you can go online or in person to your local permitting office. Now, if you didn't already know, guys, every town and every city has a permitting office, meaning if I wanted to go out tomorrow and build something, guess what I need? I need a permit. You can actually go in person to your local permitting office, or you can even go online, depending on the city or state you're located in, and you can actually pull the permits, meaning you can see people or contractors, companies that have pulled permits and the permits that they've applied for to be able to actually do the projects that they're doing. So guys, once you get a list of those permits, you're gonna be able to actually see who pulled the permit, meaning you're gonna be able to see the name of the company. And once you have the name, and perhaps it should also have possibly their phone number, you can actually call that company or call that contractor and of course, offer them your service. And guys, that leads us to the next 5 ways, the unconventional ways. Number 1, social media. So guys, as you already know, social media marketing is huge, right? And I, for once, started to truly believe in social media. Now, I gotta tell you a little bit more about myself, and I'm just being very transparent here. I wasn't really big into social media. I actually just got into social media. But guess what? I became a believer, right? Because I was able to actually get in contact and in reach with a lot of different people outside of my circle, meaning outside of my area, the greater Houston area. And I've been able to reach people all across the United States. And guys, I'm telling you, social media works. So social media marketing, what do I mean? As you probably already know, you guessed it, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, guys. Don't forget that. So guys, get on all those platforms and start talking about what you do. Obviously, it's free marketing. So guys, post, tell people what you do, and you'd be surprised at who's gonna reach out to you and how you can actually land a customer. Number 2, guys, advertising. One thing we've done in the past, guys, is we've advertised in the local publications. So I know this is gonna cost you money. So it's all up to you if you want to spend the money, but it doesn't hurt to call and just find out what will it cost to advertise your business in a local industry publication. So there's obviously magazines, there's a local, could be a newspaper, or it could just be a particular publication that is strictly just for the trucking business or for the construction business. We've done this in the past. We've had some success. You can try it out and track your results, and hopefully it works for you. Another form of advertising that we've also done in the past is an online directory or online search. Now, I'll be honest with you, that was kind of expensive, guys, but it worked for the time being. Now we've been able to build a list of clients, so we don't do it at the moment. So guys, I'm gonna tell you my experience as far as online advertising, okay? And I'm thinking back right now of the way that I remember I landed our first job, because it was a little crazy. So I didn't even know that my wife had paid for some online advertising, all right? And one day I get a phone call, this was many years ago, and it's a construction company, and they're saying, hey, you are a dump truck company? I said, yes, I am. And we started getting into this conversation, and then next thing you know, guys, I'm giving them a quote. In other words, I'm bidding for this really big job. And I said, okay, well, let me go ahead and do the best I can, obviously, and I'm trying to give the best price possible, because again, this was many years ago, and it was actually towards the very beginning when we first got started. Well, what ended up happening is we actually ended up winning in the job and actually getting the job. I never actually bothered to ask how they had actually found out about us. Well, several weeks into the job, it dawned on me, wait a minute, I never asked them how they found out about us. So I'm actually talking to the vice president of the company, and I said, hey, how did you hear about us? And he said, you know what? One of my guys gave me your phone number. I said, okay, well, let me reach out to him because I want to know how you guys heard about us. So I reach out to him, and he's like, oh yeah, I just typed in dump trucks in Houston and your business name popped up. Well, guys, guess what? That was the first big job that we actually landed. And guys, I'm gonna tell you, it was a very successful job. So yes, it was expensive, I come to find out, to actually advertise online, but guess what, guys? It paid off. One of the things we did is we actually advertised where people could actually Google, for example, dump truck or dump truck in Houston or sand or dirt in Houston. And when they type that in, guess what? Your company name pops up. This is a form that you can advertise online and hopefully be successful and land some customers. Number 3, guys, branding. Well, guys, one of the ways that we went out about branding, first and foremost, we had our logo, we had our website design. Of course, as you see, we have our shirts, our polo shirts. And one of the things that I did is I started to get, for instance, these shirts, I started to actually give them away to all of our clients or even potential clients that I had never even done business with. But you know what? I still went into their offices. I told them about our services. And guess what I did? I left them a shirt, okay? Another thing that we've done is, and we've done several things, but we've done coffee mugs. I mean, I can go on and on and on about different things that we've actually given. But I'll tell you about one unique way that we've gone about, and it's worked for us. Guys, we've actually put our logo not only on the doors of the truck, okay? You can actually put the logo also on the sides and even the back of your truck, and you can put your website, you can put your phone number, yes, on your actual dump truck, on the dump truck body, so that when you're on the road and you're driving by, everybody gets to see your truck with your name or your business name and the phone number on there. And you may be surprised at how you may actually be getting phone calls from people that may be wanting and inquiring about your business. Number 4, email marketing. So guys, what we've done is we've actually developed a list of prospects and of course our current clients. And one thing that I do is I follow up with them and I always send them an email. I make it a point to at least once a week, send them all an email, okay, and follow up with them, because sometimes these prospects, guys, they got a lot of things going on and you might have talked to them a week or 2 weeks ago or a month ago and they'll forget. And they may end up even calling somebody else down the road. So what you want to do is you want to follow up, send them an email and just letting them know, hey, if you ever need dump truck services, don't forget, we're here. So you may be asking, well, Jay, how do I build that list? Well, again, let's go back to the conventional ways. Remember, reaching out to the local contractors and all these different websites that we covered. The names of the companies will be there, their phone numbers, and obviously when you call, what you want to do is you want to ask for the email if you don't already have it, and that will help you compile your email marketing list. Number 5, guys, referral marketing. Guys, referral marketing, I got to tell you, this is actually my personal favorite, and I'm going to tell you why it's my personal favorite. We've been able to actually build our business mainly on that one thing, referrals, guys, word of mouth. Now, I'm telling you, I am a strong believer on word of mouth because, guys, it's always going to be easier for you to get a client that's referred by another client, okay? Why? Because they already believe in what you do, even though they've never actually utilized your services. Because if I'm giving somebody, let's just say, for instance, I'm giving my cousin Johnny the phone number to the guy who, let's say, painted my house. Well, Johnny's going to ask me, hey, cuz, how did that guy do? Did he do a good job painting your house? And what am I going to say? Yeah, he did a great job. So Johnny already knows that the guy who painted my house did a good job, meaning he provided good services. So when Johnny calls that guy, the painting guy, guess what? He already knows, hey, more than likely, if this guy gives me a good price, I'm going to go ahead and give him the job. So guys, the way I went about this, okay, and don't be afraid to ask. I asked. I was very straightforward with my clients. Why? Because we've already built a relationship, and if we've done a good job, why not? I would just ask them. I'd be like, hey, Joe, do you know anybody that is in the construction industry that may work for another company? Maybe a previous coworker or a friend or relative that works for another construction company where you think they may need dump trucks? And 9 out of 10 times, guess what they're going to say? Yes. So you get their phone number and you tell them, hey, so do you mind maybe sending them a text and just saying, hey, so-and-so with so-and-so trucking is going to give you a call. And if they say, yeah, I'll get to it, then guess what, guys? You're game, because they've kind of already reached out, okay, and sent an invitation for you to actually call that person, okay? Now, another thing that I've done, guys, is I actually tell my current clients, I tell them, hey, man, if you can help me out, I'm looking to grow and expand my business. If you know anybody that's needing dump truck services, please let me know. And what I'll do is I'll take them to lunch. I'll be like, hey, man, I appreciate you for sending me this number or sending me this contact. Whether I get a new client from it or not, guess what I do? I show appreciation. I will take that current client out to lunch. And if they're busy, guess what I do? I take it a step further. I actually bring lunch to their office. So these are just some ways for you to ask for referrals. And guys, I have one more. Yep, that was 10 ways, but I have one more. Bonus. Guys, my bonus, attend to conferences and trade shows in the dump truck industry or in the trucking industry in general, guys. I actually just started doing that here recently. I'm guilty, I know. I have never actually done this before in the years that we've been in business. But guess what I found out, guys? It's a very good thing for you to attend because there's several things you're going to get out of it. One, you're going to be able to network. You're going to be able to build people. You're going to be able to build your network. And I don't know if you've ever heard, your network is your net worth. So guys, go out there, attend those conferences, attend those trucking shows, because that will help you build your network. By attending those conferences and those truck shows, guys, there's several things that are going to come out of it. One, you're going to hopefully be able to get potential prospects or customers. Two, guys, you're going to be able to meet somebody that may be able to reach out to you and maybe introduce you to a potential customer or client. And number three, guys, you're going to be able to meet other people that you don't know how down the road they may become an asset to your business. Whether it's, hey, I met somebody that could potentially down the road maybe be a truck driver for me, or I met somebody that introduced me to somebody else that needed trucking services, or I met somebody that happened to be someone who, let's just say, works at a dealership and you're looking to buy your next truck. So these are just some examples, guys. It's very important. I highly recommend, again, attend the conferences, attend the trucking shows. And with that being said, guys, I have one important thing to tell you. Just for you that stayed to the end of the video, guys, I have something for you. June 24th, June 25th, we will be at the Texas Trucking Show. If you happen to be in Houston or you happen to be in Texas and you want to drive down to Houston, I would be delighted to meet you in person. Yes, we will be June 24th and June 25th at the Texas Trucking Show in Houston, Texas. Come check us out. Guys, I'll be delighted to meet you, shake your hand. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer those questions and maybe even connect, and maybe we can even become friends. This is Jay Mancini, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.